To continue with the image, which is how the imagination communicates, I take for our study the simile and the metaphor, also called figures of speech. The simile compares two things with connectors such as like, as, equal to, or compares. Shakespeare's Sonnet 18 opens with the line, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?" Take the line from Robert Burns' poem that we already read in the previous video. It says, "My love is like a red, red rose." This figure of speech, the simile, is used in common expressions. And we find expressions like brave as a lion, black as coal or midnight, white as snow. This simile is quite easy to identify. The other image we take up for study is the metaphor. It identifies one image with the other. A heart of gold, a creepy feeling, a lion-hearted man are used in common parlance. There is a direct identification of one image with the other. The use of simile in Robert Burns' poem was seen. How about the same image of the rose used as a metaphor? This is where Robert Frost's poem, "The Rose Family," illustrates my point about the metaphor. The opening lines of the poem, "The Rose Family" by Robert Frost, gives us the flower. It says, I quote, "The rose is a rose." And the next few lines gives the scientific facts behind the rose. It says, "The apple's a rose, and the pear is, and so is the plum, I suppose." Close quote. The apple, pear, and plum are listed as belonging to the Rosaceae family. In the last two lines, the speaker slips into a metaphor where he states, "You, of course, are a rose, but were always a rose." The direct identity of "you are a rose" puts two images together. It's not one quality, but the whole image informs or forms the experience. That is the difference between a simile and a metaphor. To put it simply, a simile compares and a metaphor shares an identity. I close with an ad slogan for Seat tires. It reads, "Born tough," and it goes with the image of a rhino, a metaphor for a tire that's apt for India's roads. Ciao, have a whale of a time figuring out your figures of speech.